This morning, Governor Pete Ricketts announced new directed health measures that will begin on Wednesday, effective for all Nebraskans. K&E.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is K&E.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is K&E.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts has announced new restrictions requiring masks in some circumstances to slow the spread of the coronavirus, but he still rejects the idea of a statewide mask mandate. Ricketts said that masks will be required at businesses where employees have close contact with customers for more than 15 minutes, such as salons and massage parlors. At bars, masks will be required when people are not drinking or eating.
Masking that we are doing is covering the DHM with regard to specifically if you've got one of those businesses where you're going to be in close contact with one of your customers for 15 minutes or longer, that's when we're going to put it in the DHM that you have to be wearing a mask. That's the same rule that we've been using all along through this pandemic.
The state set another record on Sunday when 794 patients were hospitalized with COVID-19, a more than doubling of virus-related hospitalizations in 3 weeks. Well, officials at the city of Torrington have decided to minimize interaction with the public as COVID-19 cases in the community and Goshen County are on the rise. Mayor Randy Adams said city offices will be closed to the public until further notice. Those with business with the city or needing to contact officials will be asked to do so through phone calls, emails, texts, or regular mail. In-person appointments can be arranged if business cannot be handled over the phone and requires a face-to-face meeting. And a Morrill couple was seriously injured following a Sunday morning rollover just west of Mitchell. Shortly before 7:30 a.m., authorities were dispatched to a single vehicle rollover near Highway 26 and County Road 12 that involved ejections of both occupants. Scanner traffic indicated that Marquise Mendoza and Tisha Hernandez were transported to Regional West, one by Airlink and one by ground ambulance, for treatment of the injuries. Regional West House Supervisor says as of Monday morning, both were listed in fair condition. Well, coming up after the break, some fresh snow on the ground today as November's unseasonably warm start comes to an end. The Boyer's in with your full week forecast right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of RE/MAX Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, RE/MAX, and settle down.
This is K&E.TV weather from the K&E Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, as we look across the area tonight, we're going to see cloudy skies. Temps fall down into the 20s and eventually the teens as we get towards early tomorrow morning. Can't rule out a snow shower or two around early. It'll be windy again though tomorrow, and temps going to be near to below normal for really most of the next 7 days. And we have no big chances of additional snow coming really after tonight. 63 yesterday, that was about midnight. This 33 was our low. That's where we were at midnight this morning, and that we're going to slide over to our high for today, as we didn't really move much out there. Had 1,400 of an inch of moisture through midnight. We've added another probably 5 to 8 hundredths on top of that today. So we're going to be about where we should be for the month. here as we go through the day to start here, at least for November. Lots of stuff happening here. We have a dense fog advisory out here in eastern Wyoming, the far eastern portions of Laramie County. That continues for a little bit longer. Then we have high wind warnings posted for tomorrow here in the high country. Those winds going to get up in the 70-mile-an-hour range. And then we have winter weather advisories off to the south and east where they're expecting a little more snow. Temps, you can see that colder air has settled across the region. 33 in Hastings, 32 right now in McCook, still 49 in Hayes, 26 in Scotts Bluff, 23 right now in Casper. Winds or temperatures right now in the 20s to near 30 degrees. Winds are at about 5 miles an hour, so wind chill's not too bad as we go across the area this evening. Again, we have a band of snow. We'll put this in motion, this band of snow, going to eventually slide off to the north and east and really kind of dissipate. Heavier bands of snow off to the southeast. A little extra snow tries to form overnight into early tomorrow morning. Still can't rule that out as we're going to be in a favorable position for a little bit of light snow. Temperatures tonight into the teens. For tomorrow, any of that early morning snow going to quickly die off, and we're going to turn mainly sunny here across the area throughout the afternoon. We'll start partly cloudy. We'll end the day probably partly cloudy as well, with a few clouds late tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning. But generally speaking, a big part of the day tomorrow going to be mostly sunny, but temps not going to warm up too much. We'll be in the 40s, 36 in Cheyenne, everywhere else in the low to mid, even a couple of upper 40s snuck in out there. We do have some moisture on the map here, a few hundredths of an inch still to come tonight through the early morning hours tomorrow. And it looks like a snowfall forecast, maybe an inch in a couple of areas. Most of us probably going to be less than an inch of additional snowfall. Just enough to remind you that it is winter time out there. A few snow showers early, some clearing late, lows down around 17. The good news, winds are light and variable. Not tomorrow, windy, winds at 20 to 30, gusts over 40 miles an hour. It's going to be 44, but it sure won't seem like it thanks to that wind out there. Veterans Day looks a little better, at least in the wind department. Temps not much better, into the 40s, mid-40s again on Thursday. Then right now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 50s. And then if you look at Monday of next week, we warm back up into the 60s. The weekend looks kind of windy here across the area as well, with another system blowing through, but no real big chances of precip here over the region for the next 7 days.
The holidays are a time to connect with family, with friends, with each other. After a busy year, the holidays are a perfect time for laughing together, playing together, talking together, and celebrating together. Spend time this holiday season connecting with the people that mean the world to you, and let us take care of the connectivity.
Many people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Good evening, I'm a newsman, so I speak only in this voice. Even when I say things like homemade onion rings go yum-yum in my tum-tum. More at 10.
Welcome back. A 69-year-old Guernsey man who was sentenced to 12 to 20 years in prison for sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl in Scottsbluff County has lost his appeal to the Nebraska Supreme Court. Last year, Larry Centeni was found guilty on 2 counts of third-degree sexual assault of a child, 1 count of attempted first-degree assault of a minor, and an additional Class 3A felony sex crime. In his appeal, he claims the deputy that first interviewed him should not have been able to testify about his demeanor during questioning, as well as the sentences being excessive. The High Court ruled that Scottsbluff County Court did not commit plain error by allowing the deputy's testimony, and the sentences were not an abuse of discretion and within sentencing guidelines. Both his convictions and sentences were upheld following the ruling. Well, this past weekend, Regional West Medical Center made the decision to limit patient visitation to protect its staff, providers, and patients during the pandemic. Regional West officials encourage family members and friends to use alternative ways to interact with their loved ones, including phone calls, FaceTime, Skype, and other means. All Regional West healthcare facilities will continue to screen all patients and visitors. Patients experiencing respiratory symptoms will be asked to call 630-2100, where screeners will assist them in making an appointment. And the Scottsbluff Noon Kiwanis Club has turned to the City of Scottsbluff for assistance with the Trails of Fun playground. Club President Raul Aguayo said the Kiwanis built the playground back in 2009 and donated it to the city. He says about 3 times a year, club members come out working on adding new equipment, mulching areas, and doing general cleanup. Aguayo told the council that the playground is not getting the care it deserves from the city's side of things and asked if there is a way that any of the city's surplus funds could be used for grass and a sprinkler system at the playground.
It's a beautiful playground. If you've been there, it's been chosen by the Reader's Choice several times as the favorite playground in the valley, and we think that it deserves the same recognition as the other parks in the city of Scottsbluff.
Mayor Raymond Gonzalez was receptive of the idea and asked City Manager Rick Kukan to set up a meeting with the Kiwanis to come up with a concrete plan. Well, coming up after the break, 2 football teams from Goshen County have advanced to the state championship games. Chris Cottrell has the latest from the sports desk right after this.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Plenty of bad football from the weekend, but also a little bit of good on the gridiron as well. And we'll start right there. The good here in the region as the Torrington Trailblazers and the Southeast Cyclones have advanced to their respective state title games in Wyoming. Torrington got a 10-0 lead and held off Mountain View 31-20 in the semis. In the process, they lost quarterback Bo Bivens, who left the game with an injury. This season, no state title games in Laramie at UW, so Torrington will be home to take on top seed from the West Lyman, who beat Upton Sundance in the semifinals. Kickoff Saturday over at Torrington at 1 o'clock. Another state title game in eastern Wyoming coming up on Friday night. That'll be Southeast looking for a perfect season as they'll take on Lusk. The Cyclones got the blowout win over Shoshone, while Lusk put up 50+ in that win over Rocky Mountain. Kickoff Friday from Yoder at 5 in the evening. In Nebraska, Class B action, it was the Mac Owens show for Aurora as the Huskies knocked off Norris while Plattsmouth beat top seed Bennington. Elkhorn looks like the favorite right now after a dismantling of Waverly, while Hastings advanced to the semis on the strength of a late field goal to beat Grand Island Northwest. The bad and the ugly, no good really. It all occurred in Evanston as the Huskers got beat by Northwestern 21-13. Quarterback, the main topic after Adrian Martinez was ineffective and Luke McCaffrey closed out the game. Here's head coach Scott Frost.
I don't really want to comment on that right now other than to say, like I've said all along, I think we have 2 really good players. I feel for Adrian. That's a tough position to be in, and he's poured his heart and soul into this. but those guys are going to compete, and I'm comfortable with both of them in a game. I thought we just needed a spark, and gave Luke a shot. He deserves it.
Now 0-2, and this was a game to win. Even at 3-0, Northwestern doesn't really look the part of a team Nebraska shouldn't be able to beat. But so many of the same mistakes over and over keep the Big Red from taking a step forward on the game field where things are decided.
I told him it's my fault. I told him it's on me, and it is. We talked all week going into this game about not making the mistakes that get ourselves beat. These guys played their butt off. Our defense played their butt off. And other than giving up a punt return and a kick return in short fields, I thought the defense played really well, created 2 turnovers, got us 7 points. Offensively, Sam said it, we had the ball down there. We got to punch it in. Had 2 field goals in the first half instead of 2 touchdowns, missed another field goal, 2 interceptions. To come away with 13 points is inexcusable, and that's my fault.
Nebraska now readies for a desperate 0-3 Penn State team who's lost games this year to Indiana, Ohio State, and Maryland. A week from today, it's the start of the winter sports seasons in Nebraska with the first day of practice for basketball, wrestling, and swimming. Governor Pete Ricketts today announcing the start of winter sports will be with limited attendance, family members only, household members only for winter sports to start the year. That's the latest today. From the Sports Desk, I'm Chris Cottrell. More with Ryan on the way right after this on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Wyobraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, we believe in personalized planning for your financial goals.
As your retirement income partners, our concern for your success, combined with resources from Raymond James, can help you make confident decisions for your financial future.
Our team of financial advisors will help you make your money work just as hard as you did to earn it. After all, our goal is to help you reach your financial goals.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Kevin Fig, Financial Advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation pre-retirement review.
And finally tonight, the owners of Chino's Mexican Restaurant will be moving from their uptown Scottsbluff location to the former Pizza Hut building on 10th Street in Gering. Ed Bartella says his family's initial plan was to move much earlier this year, but the pandemic and need to secure some additional funding delayed the move. He tells KNB News that doors of the new location should be open by mid-December and possibly as soon as the end of this month, depending on interior work.
We got to get a hood and a fire suppression system put in, some new flooring, a lot of lighting issues because the lights are 35 years old now, and we certainly got to head in a more efficient manner. Bartella says the family decided on making the move to a standalone location due in part to a desire to provide more dining options for Gering residents. The business has an LB 840 application that goes before the Gering City Council tonight, seeking a $35,000 grant for 7 full-time equivalent positions, plus a $30,000 loan. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.